Let's go. Hello, good evening, welcome along. It is Thursday the something. I've covered my calendar. Thursday the 7th of December. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you are all well this evening. It's even there on calendar behind me anyway. I hope everyone's well this evening. Very busy quiz tonight. Lots of incredible things to talk about. We welcome, I'll do some housework and stuff first. Housekeeping, that's more to the point. If you are just joining us, if you are new, which I know there's going to be a lot of new people here this evening playing the quiz for the first time, so thank you very much for joining us. I am whistling as well with my braces. That's not good. Anyway, so the quiz will get started. Your timer is there. Oh, I actually did it right for once. 10.5 minutes, and we will get the quiz up and running. 50 questions then in front of you, split over 5 rounds. We do 30 questions. Take a bit of a breather. Come back with the answers to those, and then do the final 20 questions. They are all, as we call them here, varying ranges of general knowledge. But for those of you who are new, you'll know it as general knowledge. We'll get into that later. But thank you very much for joining us and being with us tonight. We are very proud. I am very honoured and very proud to introduce the Standing Tall charity, homeless charity. Now, for those of you who've been with us for, last year or 3.5 years since this began, you know how much homelessness means to me. So to be welcoming them to the quiz, and I'll talk more about them later on when we get towards the breaks and stuff, and how you can help them and the work that they do, because if they were around when I was on the streets, I guarantee I wouldn't have been out for 2 years. I can tell you that now. So very proud and honored to welcome the team and the clients and the people that they're helping and all of their supporters to the quiz this evening. But we will talk more about Standing Tall later on. Firstly, let's say hello to all of you lovely people, and I'm going to start with Susan Yates. Good evening to you. Can you give a birthday shout out to our teammate Joe? She is 21 again. And then you put lol, so I'm assuming 22 maybe. Our team name, and I love this, our team name is a play on the musical scale. It's Joe, Ray, Sue, La, T, Nev. That's clever. I like that. I like clever names. I had some very interesting names at the quiz that I went to last night, and they were a touch on edge, but that's clever. I like that. Enjoyed Name the Brand last week. Only got 6, but got the brain going. Oh, you're more than welcome. I always like to mix it up a little bit. I've got something a bit different for tonight as well, but we'll get to that in a little bit. A little bit of cheeriness is what I've aimed for round 3 tonight, but we'll come to that in a bit. Hello to Nikki. Hiya, Jay. All ready to go from Watford, Chesham. Chesham. Thank you. Sorry, I've been doing the London Underground map challenge thing online, and I've been missing stations. Chesham is one I haven't got. Thank you. And as we cross borders, literally. Oh, yeah. My brain's all over the place already. Good luck, everybody. So yeah, thank you, Nikki. I've just ticked another one off. I'm on 53.5%, I think it is. Hello to the Leamington Loungers who are with us tonight. Can you give the Devonshire Dumplings, Dave, Jean, and Chris a shout as well? So of course I can, and hello to you, Dave and Lynn as well. Good evening to all of you guys. Hello to Val and Dave Clark. Good evening to both of you. Moogie and Phil are with us. Hello to you guys. Hello to Leslie, who says, looking forward to the quiz tonight. Can you say a happy 70th birthday to our friend Chris, who we do the quiz with? So yeah, happy birthday to you, Chris. Hope you've had a good one. Hello to Tony. We will be here as usual in Dorset. They're in Dorset. I'm not going to make the joke. Hello to all of you guys down there. Hello to Jill from The Usual Suspects. Thank you for mentioning last week for my birthday. I had a great day. We'll be with you as usual this evening. Bless you. I'm glad you had a good day. So yeah, well, it sounds like you had a good day. You said you had a good day, so you probably were treated well. And I've lost plot tonight. Hello to Paula. The 40-somethings are here. We never changed our name to this because we only ever managed to get in the 40s and never the elusive 50. One day it will happen. Well, yeah, it's law of averages. It's law of averages. Have you got Mornington Crescent? Yeah, no, I've got Mornington Crescent. I've got most of central London. It's just the outskirts that I'm struggling with at the minute. Sorry, off track. Yeah, sorry. No, one day it will happen. Law of averages. Right, I'm just going to shut YouTube live chat for 30 seconds while I go through these because it's putting me off. But yeah, no, yeah, it will happen. Law of averages. Like, see, if you go to a quiz night and you always finish bottom every week, one day, eventually, all the stars will align and you will end up winning. It's what happens. So yeah. Hello to Sam and Lee in Leicester. We've still not managed the elusive 50 out of 50. One day, like I say, one day it'll happen. Hello to the Quiz Kings, Deb and Joe. Good evening to you guys. Hello to Irene. Hope you and Bob are okay. Looking forward to the quiz tonight. It will brighten up the day after a drab, wet and miserable week so far. It started raining here at about 10 and it's not stopped. At one point, I thought I was genuinely going to need a dinghy to go and pick Jack up from school. But yeah, so it's just constant. But yeah, hello to the newbies, Linda and Claire, the Bakewell Tarts, Claire and Brian, and hopefully the Black ILPs, Fran and Hugh. So good evening to all of you guys. Let me just turn that one down. Hello to Sir Bill Tutor of the YouTube Live Chat Legends. Good evening to him. 3 out of 5 this morning. Good luck to everyone, especially Jill and Christine and the other YouTube Live Chat Legends. So good evening to all of you. Hope you're well. Yeah, 3 out of 5 this morning. I quite enjoyed this morning's quiz. Bit more challenging than usual. Hello to Jeanette and John and Laura Armstrong in Belfast. Good evening to you guys. Hello to Rod and Kerry watching from Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, America. I had a very, very weird conversation with someone this week about going on the Jimmy Fallon show. That is for another day, but it was a very weird conversation trying to sort of explain, yeah, it wasn't like his team, but it was how I'd love to go on there and all the crazy. But anyway, so hello to you guys over there in Louisville, Kentucky. Hello to Kieran and Lorna. Good evening to you guys. Hope you are well. Hello to Barbara as well. I'm coming back to you guys and the other guys in a second. Shout out to my fellow Teletubbies, me in Cambridgeshire, them in Kent, Donna and Brian Lloyd. So good evening to all of you. Hello to Lisa and Gary Donaldson up there in freezing Sunderland. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, hopefully it's not too cold. I think the temperature's risen a little bit, like a degree or something at the moment. Hi Jay, can you please say happy birthday to my husband Mick, who is celebrating today? And can you also say hello to Amanda and Mike, Katie and Lucas, Lorraine and Brian, and Keith and Pam, who are staying with us? Are they top and tailing, I'm assuming, or is that like the normal amount plus a couple of extras? But yeah, good evening to all of you guys. Hope you are all well. Hello to Carly as well, who says, thank you in advance for another great quiz. You haven't seen it yet. You might not be thanking me at the end. Is tonight the night? Carly and Kelvin in Staffordshire. And P.S. please bring the flags back. I think you're probably the only people who have asked me to bring the flags back. I'll be honest. But yeah, well, I mean, there are some flag related questions in the quiz tonight. Hello to Susan. Good evening to you. Hello to one Carrot Cruncher from Norfolk tonight, Sue, who's playing in the King's Arms in Caister. So good evening to the King's Arms in Caister. Along with that, hello to everyone in the Wyke Regis Social Club as well. I believe it's a very, very busy night in there tonight. Hello to Linda Herring as well. And then let me go back up to this. Hello to, I was leaving this till last. Hello to our friends over in Horby, the 2 weird dots above the O. Tonight we are drinking the first Yulmust for the season. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. However, I love it when I've probably learned more about Sweden in the last 3.5 years than I have in the whole 41.5 years of my life, just by talking to you guys through the medium of shout outs and stuff. And I learned quite a lot about this. So I've got it here. It's a soft drink that is mainly consumed in Sweden around Christmas. During Easter, the name is Påskmust. During the rest of the year, it's sometimes sold under the name Must. The content is the same regardless of the marketing name. And the drink is mostly closely associated with Christmas. 45 million litres of Yulmust are consumed during December, which is around 50% of the total soft drink volume in December. That's bonkers. And then it goes on, the thing I was reading, and it goes on about the Yulmust versus Coca-Cola debate as well, which I thought was quite cool. But yeah, no, honestly, I've learned so much about Sweden in the last 3.5 years. But yeah, good evening to you guys. Hope you are all well, and hopefully it's not too cold over there as well. In Sweden. Just coming in very on the last one there. Hello from Wegmans South. Quizzing tonight from a field near Chester. Shout out to Enid and Peter in Stockton, and ignoring the rest of the team who are apparently out enjoying themselves. Yeah, fair enough. I get that. Yeah, I get that. Let me close that one down. Down? Oh, I don't know if it's wrong with my accent tonight. Let me close that one down. Let me do that, and then yeah, let me just while I'm on, and there we go. Yes, so 1 sec. You come and say hello quick. No, you're not going to sleep yet, but you want to come say a quick hello. Hello. What did Mummy and Daddy go to yesterday?
Parents' evening.
And how was your parents' evening?
Good.
It was good. It was very good. We're very proud of you, because you're doing brilliantly in maths. And all they said is you just need to concentrate a little bit more, don't you? Yeah, but other than that, you're really friendly. You've got lots of friends, and you're doing really, really well. So, Mummy and Daddy were very proud of you yesterday. Stop tapping the microphone. See, this is you not concentrating and getting distracted. Say hello to Grandma.
Hello.
Okay. Right, you're going to go and watch TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can stop tapping my microphone.
Well, I'm using it.
You're watching the line on the screen.
Yeah.
Go on. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Because people can hear what you're doing there on the other end. They can hear you tapping. Shut my door, dude. Okay. Yeah, dead proud of him. Spooder pig. Okay. Yeah, dead proud of him at parents' evening yesterday. A couple of things to work on, but nothing that they're overly concerned about, which is that's what you want as a parent when they're in year 2. So yeah, no, really, really pleased with him. Really, really pleased. It's always that fear because we never get. I don't know whether it's just a 6-year-old thing, but every time we ask him how he's been at school, we get that it's not understand how tough it is to be a 6-year-old. I'm so tired. So yeah, basically. So we don't really know how he was getting on, to be honest. But yeah, very, very proud of him. Very, very proud of our little tiny terror. All right, 10 seconds to go, and we will get this quiz underway, if I can get myself in the right order. So, yeah, just before we start, if you're just joining us, so we are very, very proud to be welcoming the charity Standing Tall to the quiz this evening. I will talk more about them when we get through the first 30 questions. And as I said before, anyone who knows anything about me over the last few years will know how honoured and proud I am to be introducing a homeless charity to you all that some of you may have never heard of, and the incredible work that they are doing. So we will talk more about Standing Tall in a little while. But for now, welcome along. It is Thursday, the 7th of December. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. 30 questions then in front of us. Hang on. Oh, no, let me do that. There we go. 30 questions then in front of us. Well, 50 questions, but 30 questions first. We will kick off then, as we always do, with entertainment. 10 of these, starting with this for number 1. Which comedian teamed up on the 2005 re-release of Is This the Way to Amarillo? So which comedian teamed up on the 2005 re-release of Is This the Way to Amarillo? I've not opened the questions for the break. I'm trying not to sing as well. Really trying not to sing that. Number 2, which comedy sketch group had a TV show between 1969 and 1974, subtitled Flying Circus? So which comedy sketch group had a TV show between 1969 and 1974, subtitled Flying Circus? I have no idea what he's doing, but he's giggling his head off in there. Number 3, the 1996 movie Trainspotting was set in which Scottish city? That is not easy to say with braces in. The 1996 movie Trainspotting was set in which Scottish city? I've already sworn once this week, which I managed to edit out. Three and a half years of keeping it clean. One podcast, I forget to edit out me swearing and... Oops. Number 4, which of Queen's songs is the only one to achieve the Christmas #1 spot twice? So which of Queen's songs is the only one to achieve the Christmas #1 spot twice? And number 5, still running today. What is the name of the long-running children's TV series that started on BBC in 1958? So still running today. What is the name of the long-running children's TV series that started on BBC in 1958? Number 6, which iconic film ends with the line, Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship? So which iconic film ends with the line, Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship? Number 7, according to the title of their 50s hit, what were Bill Haley and the Comets rocking around? Was it Bill Haley and his Comets? According to the title of their 50s hit, what were Bill Haley and the Comets rocking around? Number 8, who played the role of Captain Edmund Blackadder in the TV series of Blackadder? I got this completely wrong last night because I'm an idiot and I wasn't paying attention to the question. I did only have 10 seconds to answer, to be fair. But who played the role of Captain Edmund Blackadder in the TV series of Blackadder? Number 9, in 2015, which film was voted the greatest Christmas movie ever by Empire magazine readers? Was it Home Alone? Was it It's a Wonderful Life? Or was it Die Hard? So in 2015, which film was voted the greatest Christmas movie ever by Empire magazine readers? Was it Home Alone, It's a Wonderful Life, or Die Hard? And finally, number 10, Whamageddon is an annual game in which players try to go the length of December, avoiding hearing which Christmas song? 1 second. I was just pulled up outside playing some very awful music. Whamageddon is an annual game in which players try to go the length of December, avoiding hearing which Christmas song? And if you're not sure, here is it. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to play a clip. I was out on the 2nd of December when Sarah decided to play it in the kitchen just to irritate me. Right, round 2, science and nature then for you. Here we go. Number 1, which metal is liquid at room temperature? Which metal is liquid at room temperature? Number 2, what is the name of the narrow finger-shaped pouch that projects out from the colon? Sorry if you're just eating your dinner, by the way. What is the name of the narrow finger-shaped pouch that projects out from the colon? Number 3, how man? How man? Should we put a Y on the end of that? 1 sec. And there. How many sides does a trapezoid have? So how many sides does a trapezoid have? Number 4, which has more teeth, mammals or reptiles? So which has more teeth, mammals or reptiles? Number 5, what is the collective noun for a group of lions? Grr. Oh dear. That's the cowardly line from The Wizard of Oz. Number 6, what three-letter acronym is polyvinyl chloride more commonly referred to as? So what three-letter acronym is polyvinyl chloride more commonly referred to as? Number 7, Pangea was the name of what during the early Mesozoic era? Was it a dinosaur? Was it plant? Or was it a continent? Pangea was the name of what during the early Mesozoic era? Dinosaur, plant, or continent? Number 8, how many times across the world does the winter solstice occur each year? So how many times across the world does the winter solstice occur each year? Number 9, which part of the hand medically is the pollex? So which part of the hand medically is the pollex? And finally, number 10, what is the name of a male swan? The nature name, not like what you might call it, or like Haley calling one of the seven dwarves Dave. What is the name of a male swan? Okay, last round, and then we'll take a break. So this is the lighter side of the news. So a bit of current affairs. Now, originally I started this trying to do this from the last week, but I've been doing my review of the year quizzes. I've started writing those. So these are the lighter side of the news questions. These won't, but the review of the year. Yeah, so they're fun questions from all around the world. So there's some various different ones. Majority of these are multiple choice, apart from ones that I think should be straightforward. Anyway, let's get into number 1. Cosmux. So COSMCs. Cosmux is a new beverage-led concept starting in Texas from which company? So Cosmux is a new beverage-led concept starting in Texas from which company? Number 2, on the run for 4 days, what was finally captured this week in Canada, but not before punching a police officer in the face? Was it a convict? Was it a toddler? Or was it a kangaroo? So on the run for 4 days, what was finally captured this week in Canada, but not before punching a police officer in the face? Was it a convict, a toddler, or a kangaroo? What was it? Oh, okay. Starting in so the hang on, let me go back. That's I've just been told it's starting in Illinois, not Texas. I thought I read Texas on the article. Okay. Number 3, a schoolboy is demanding that Apple change the name of this emoji. Now, if you can't see the emoji, it's the emoji with the glasses on. So it's just a sort of smiling emoji with glasses on. So a schoolboy is demanding that Apple change the name of this emoji to Genius. What is it currently called? So a schoolboy is demanding that Apple change the name of this emoji to Genius. What is it currently called? Number 4, the town of March recently hit news headlines due to its wonky what? Was it Christmas tree, bridge, or pub? The town of March recently hit news headlines due to its wonky what? Was it Christmas tree, bridge, or pub? Number 5, police officers in the state of Minnesota were presented with what while someone tried to get out of a speeding ticket? Was it a Monopoly get out of jail free card? Was it Uno reverse card? Or was it a big bundle of cash? So police officers in the state of Minnesota were presented with what while someone tried to get out of a speeding ticket? Was it a Monopoly get out of jail free card? Was it an Uno reverse card? Or was it a big bundle of cash? Number 6, who was brought in to help VAR officials with better communication skills? Was it politicians, poets, or airline pilots? So for those of you who don't know, probably should have filled that bit in. VAR is virtual assistant referee in football. And for our American friends, that's soccer, but football. Who was brought in to help VAR officials with better communication skills? Was it politicians, poets, or airline pilots? Number 7, in November, a tee shot from Rory McIlroy left him with an awkward lie. When it landed where? Was it in a tree, on a camera, or in a woman's lap? So in November, a tee shot from Rory McIlroy left him with an awkward lie when it landed where? Was it in a tree, on a camera, or in a woman's lap? Number 8, a cargo plane from New York to Belgium was recently forced to turn back when what got loose? Was it a single bee, a horse, or nuclear waste? So a cargo plane from New York to Belgium was recently forced to turn back when what got loose? Was it a single bee, a horse, or nuclear waste? Two to go. Number 9, a 104-year-old woman tragically died before Guinness World Records team could confirm she was the oldest what? Was it oldest to skydive, the oldest chess champion, or the oldest survivor of the Titanic? So a 104-year-old woman tragically died before Guinness World Records team could confirm she was the oldest. What was it? To skydive? Was it a chess champion, the oldest chess champion, or the oldest survivor of the Titanic? And your final question, number 10. A Portugal village street turned red in September after what flooded the streets? Was it sewage, was it wine, or was it soup? So, a Portugal village street turned red in September after what flooded the streets? Was it sewage, wine, or soup? Okay, right. So there you go. That is your first 30 questions this evening. The QR code broke from last week. You scanned it that many times that it broke. So I need to fix that for next week. But you can recap them as always. You know where to go. Let me just move there so it's a bit more visible. jvpqquestion.com. The first 3 rounds are up there for you now. I'm just going to bring that down. So, as I said at the beginning, if you weren't with us right at the beginning, very honoured and very proud to welcome the Standing Tall Homeless Charity to the quiz. For those of you who know me well enough, you know that anything to do with homelessness, I will jump behind and make sure that we're getting all the support that we can possibly get to them. Oh, it reminds me, actually, I forgot to say, congratulations to the Standing Tall team, because they actually won an award at the Social Enterprise UK last week. I think it was one to watch. So congratulations to the guys. I've got a couple of videos that they've sent me tonight to explain the project better. But they match people experiencing homelessness into stable jobs and safe homes in Birmingham, London, and Manchester. And they're moving into Liverpool, Leeds, and Bristol in 2024. Now, if these guys were around when I was on the streets, there's a chance that I wouldn't have been out for 2 years, because one of the biggest things that stops people that, you get into that cycle of being on the streets and not being able to move anywhere is not being able to get a job or somewhere to live. You need both of those go hand in hand. These guys have found a way to make that happen. So I'm going to share a couple of videos with you now, but just to let you know, if you can donate, Aviva and then the Cost of Living Resilience Fund are going to multiply it. So that possible £1, £10, whatever it is. So if you were to donate £10, that becomes £50. So it's very, very valuable to him. So I'm going to put this on for you now. We're going to introduce you to Steve first, and then we have someone else for our second break, and I will be back with you after this.
We've been married for 18 years. With 2 lovely children, but we just used to argue. So we decided to call it a day. Got quite nasty. And I literally left with nothing. So started off with sleeping in the car. I ended up losing the car to ensure the kids had something to open on birthdays or Christmas. And then it just ended up sleeping on rough on the streets. It was very difficult looking for a job, because when you was more worried about what you're going to eat, well, should we say your personal hygiene lacked a little. I went to the job centre in Longbridge, and out of desperation, I said, I just need some support. They found me an address for a hostel in Birmingham. I was then introduced to Christy from Standing Tall, who just helped me out with getting this job. I'd been working with lambs for about 2 to 3 weeks when Standing Tall placed me with a host. I had a key to the front door, sort of regained my own independence, even things like budgeting. Christy would always be around if ever I need to have a chat about something. I've been with lambs for 2.5 years now, and I met my future wife. So we're now living happy together. Well, I think I am. She doesn't tell me, but I think we are. And it's been on the up and up ever since.
Okay, I know some of you have had a bit of trouble with the QR code, so I'll leave it up there on the right hand side for just a bit more, and it'll be back along as well. And the website, the description for all of their hard work and everything is down in the description of the video as well. But thank you very much there for sharing his incredible story. We've got another one coming up in the second break. If you want to get your answers scribbled down, and we will give you the first 30 answers for the quiz so far this evening. See how you are all doing. Yes. And thank you very much for your support so far. I've not looked, but I will have a look in a little while. But yeah, thank you in advance for your support. Okay, right, where are we? That one there and that one there. Okay, right, let's see how you did then with the first 30 questions this evening. We kicked off with entertainment, and here's round one. Which comedian teamed up on the 2005, I need to do that, 2005 re-release of Is This the Way to Amarillo? It was Peter Kay. Number 2, which comedy sketch group had a TV show between 1969 and 1974, subtitled Flying Circus? It was Monty Python. Number 3, which the 1996 movie Trainspotting was set in which Scottish city? It was Edinburgh. I'm going to be really controversial here and say I have never seen Trainspotting. Number 4, which of Queen's songs is the only one to achieve the Christmas #1 spot twice? Is this the real life? No, it's reality. It's Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 5, still running today. What is the name of the long-running children's TV series that started on BBC in 1958? It was Blue Peter. Is Blue Peter still on now? Not past tense. Number 6, which iconic film ends with the line, Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship? It's Casablanca. Number 7, according to the title of their 50s hit, what were Bill Haley and the Comets rocking around? It's the clock. We're going to rock around the clock tonight. Number 8, who played the role of Captain Edmund Blackadder in the TV series of Blackadder? It's Rowan Atkinson. Number 9, in 2015, which film was voted the greatest Christmas movie ever by Empire magazine readers? It was Die Hard. I'm just going to leave it there. Number 10, Whamageddon is an annual game in which players try to go the length of December, avoiding hearing which Christmas song? It was Last Christmas. If I was to hum... No, I won't do it to you, just in case you are playing Whamageddon. Round 2 with science and nature. Number 1, which metal is liquid at room temperature? Mercury. However, in some circumstances, you can also have bromine as well. So if you have put bromine, you've overthought it and been really, really clever, I will give you bromine. And if you've got me on mute, someone's going to message me in a minute and go, can I have bromine? Yes, you can have bromine. It's fine. Number 2, what is the name of the narrow finger-shaped pouch that projects out from the colon? It is the appendix. Number 3, how many sides does a trapezoid have? It is 4. People are celebrating the fact that Die Hard was voted a Christmas movie. Number 4, which has more teeth, mammals or reptiles? It is mammals. Number 5, what is the collective noun for a group of lions? It is a pride. And back to grrr. Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz. Number 6, what 3-letter acronym is polyvinyl chloride more commonly referred to as? It is PVC. The answer was in the question. Number 7, Pangaea was the name of a continent. It was one of the supercontinents. I'm sure history's been lying to me. I've thought Pangaea was the only supercontinent. And then when I was researching this question this morning, it turns out there's quite a few supercontinents. And then I thought, oh, this would be a great connection round until I realised none of the words made any sense. But yeah, so Pangaea, it was one of the last supercontinent. Number 8, how many times across the world does the winter solstice occur each year? It is twice, once in each hemisphere. Number 9, which part of the hand medically is the pollex? It is thumb. And talk amongst yourselves while I wait for it to change, please. There you go. What is the name of a male swan? It is Cobb. Can't have bromine is not a metal. Oh, okay. I was sent a message saying you could also have bromine, but okay. Argue amongst yourselves. Round 3 then, the lighter side of the news. Number 1, Cosmox is a new beverage-led concept starting in Texas. From which company? And also it's actually starting in Illinois, but it's McDonald's. It's supposed to be their rival for Starbucks. I thought that's what McCafe was, but anyway. Number 2, on the run for 4 days, what was finally captured this week in Canada, but not before punching a police officer in the face? It was a kangaroo. Yeah, kangaroo loose in Canada. It didn't make sense to me either. But by the way, this round, if you kind of worked out my sense of humor over the last few years, it should have been quite straightforward. Number 3, a schoolboy is demanding that Apple change the name of this emoji to Genius. What is it currently called? It is Nerd. I didn't know that was called the Nerd emoji, to be fair. I thought it was already Genius, but there you go. So yeah, there's a 10-year-old schoolboy is on a campaign to get Apple to change it. I don't know how far he's got so far. Number 4, the town of March recently hit news headlines due to its wonky what? It's its wonky Christmas tree. The local residents described it as their own version of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We won't talk about the Christmas tree that's currently appeared in Trafalgar Square. Number 5, police officers in the state of Minnesota were presented with what while someone tried to get out of a speeding ticket? It was the Monopoly Get Out of Jail Free card. Suffice to say, they didn't accept it, but, you know, this whole craze at the moment, this whole craze of get out of jail free cards and Uno reverse cards, I think is getting a bit out of control. Number 6, who was brought in to help VAR officials with better communication skills? It's airline pilots. They put together a 45-minute presentation on how to communicate clearly between each other, especially in high-pressured situations. Number 7, in November, a tee shot from Rory McIlroy left him with an awkward lie when it landed where in a tree. Landed where it was in a woman's lap. He was allowed the drop. He didn't have to play it from the woman's lap. He was allowed to drop it. Number 8, a cargo plane from New York to Belgium was recently forced to turn back when what got loose? It was a horse. I had many questions about this story, but yeah, a horse got loose on a plane, so it had to turn around and go back to New York because they couldn't get it back into the stable in flight. Again, many questions, but number 9, a 104-year-old woman tragically died before Guinness World Records team could confirm she was the oldest what? She was the oldest to skydive. At 104 years old, this lady went skydiving, and tragically she died before Guinness could confirm it. Hello to the Guinness World Records team, if any of you are watching, by the way. I know some of you still watch quiz. But yeah, I'd love that to be confirmed. I really would. But they were still investigating to make sure she was the oldest. And finally, number 10, a Portugal village. Streets turned red in September after what flooded the streets? It was wine. For those of you who like wine, you would be very disappointed. There was a lot of wine that went down those Portugal streets. Yes, indeed. There we go. Right, that's your first 30... Mr. Jackson, that's shocking. Right, yeah, that's your first 30 questions. Let us know how you're getting on. Tot your scores up. 30 points then for you so far. Still to come then, a connections round, which for those of you who are new tonight, it is 9 questions. Question number 10, what links the 9 answers together? If you were listening this morning on Zoe Ball's Breakfast Show, there was a hint, and that's all I'm saying. And general knowledge to finish off then tonight as well. Yeah, so the standing tool is there. So the standing tool, that will take you to their crowdfunding website where they are trying to do some incredible work. And I'm hoping to go and see a couple of the projects next year and just to see how they're getting on as well. So we will come back to you with how they've got on with the project as well. Right, scores are coming through. That one there and then that one there. So here we go, round 4 then, connections. 9 questions then, as always. Question number 10, what links them all together? Easter eggs at the ready because you're going to need them, or anything else you want to throw at your TV, but please don't throw anything at the TV that could break your TV. I will not be held responsible. Question 1, what is the name of the logic-based number placement puzzle usually set on a 9x9 grid? So what is the name of the logic-based number placement puzzle usually set on a 9x9 grid? Number 2, what S was the catchphrase of the meerkat? Start again. What S was the catchphrase of the meerkat from the Compare the Market adverts? So what S was the catchphrase of the meerkat from the Compare the Market adverts? Number 3, carbon what is the total amount of greenhouse gases that are generated by our actions? So carbon what is the total amount of greenhouse gases that are generated by our actions? I will give you another minor hint on this. For the connection, you can, so carbon is also included as part of this answer to the connection, just so you know. It's probably not going to help anyone, but I'm just giving you another little hint. Number 4, complete the famous line by a Catherine Tate character. Am I what? Am I what? I can't do that properly without going straight into it. So complete the famous line by a Catherine Tate character. Am I what? Am I? That just sounds really weird without the ending. Number 5, what G is the name of a mischievous creature resembling a dwarf in folklore and fiction? So what G is the name of a mischievous creature resembling a dwarf in folklore and fiction? Number 6, what word describes something that is poisonous? Or the name of a Britney Spears song from 2003. What word describes something that is poisonous? Or the name of a Britney Spears song from 2003. Yeah, when I wrote this the other day, I didn't have the word or in there, so it read, what word describes something that is poisonous? The name of a Britney, you know, and it just, oopsies. Number 7, what C is the word for the long-term weather pattern in a region? So what C is the word for the long-term weather pattern in a region? Number 8, what is the 3-letter word for a Hoover company or the shorthand for the process of protecting someone from a disease? What is the 3-letter word for a Hoover company or the shorthand for the process of protecting someone from a disease? Do not throw twiglets at the TV. That is sacrilege. You cannot throw twiglets. Number 9, a photo taken by yourself is called a what? Oh no, hang on. A photo taken of... Yeah, I've not worded that right. I think you'll probably kind of know what I mean. A photo taken... Wrong keyboard. Of yourself. There we go. That makes more sense. A photo taken of yourself by yourself is called a what? And as always, question 10. What links those 9 answers together? I assure you there is a link. There should have been another word I should have been able to use at some point in that, but yeah, anyway, for the connection, but we won't, yeah, anyway, yeah, so what links them all together? Right, general knowledge. For those of you who are new, this is basically just general knowledge questions, but here we call it general knowledge. It goes all the way back to 3.5 years ago when I still can't pronounce things now anyway, or talk properly. But on my Word document, I hadn't written general knowledge, I'd written general knowledge, and I said that to 180,000 people. So, but yeah, so general knowledge is how it is known around here. It's even on the t-shirts. But here we go. Question number 1. The company Saga focuses on serving the needs of those over the age of what? So the company Saga focuses on serving the needs of those over the age of what? Number 2, what is the currency of India? So what is the currency of India? Number 3, who is the patron saint of lovers? So who is the patron saint of lovers? Number 4, how many tiles are there in a standard domino set? So how many tiles are there in a standard dominoes set? Number 5, The Observer is the oldest British newspaper for which day of the week? So The Observer is the oldest British newspaper for which day of the week? Number 6, what colour is the middle stripe of the flag of Austria? There you go. What is the, see, flag question. Told you there'd be flag questions. What colour is the middle stripe of the flag of Austria? Number 7, a silver wedding anniversary is how many years? So a silver wedding anniversary is how many years? Number 8, how many clock faces does the Elizabeth Tower at the Houses of Parliament have? So how many clock faces does the Elizabeth Tower at the Houses of Parliament have? Currently 3D printing one of these for one of Sarah's cousins, little ones. Number 9, a minotaur has the head of a what? So a minotaur has the head of a what? And your final question this evening, number 10, the claimed paranormal ability called ESP. What does the P stand for? So the claimed paranormal ability is called ESP. What does the P stand for? I just read something out of the corner of my hand. Yeah. Okay, there we have it. So head on over or just refresh your screens on jvpqquestions.com. So if you head on over there now, those last 2 rounds, if you need a recap, are up there now. So we're going to go into another break, but I want to introduce you now to Tyler, who has also come through Standing Tall. So he's going to talk to you about how how they've helped him and how he is on the road to coming away from homelessness. I will see you in 7 minutes. Oh, hang on. No, I'm not. Let me just make sure I've turned that off. There we go.
I was working at a warehouse for Amazon, and one day I was told they didn't need me. I was sent home and I didn't have a job anymore. And then I was made aware that I was going to be evicted from my home where I'd lived for the last 13 years of my life. By the time I got the news, probably had a couple of weeks, and then one day I woke up, knock on the door, got to leave. I lost a lot of my stuff, a lot of childhood memories. I had a very good set of friends. They put me on a bed, gave me a sofa to sleep on. But for about 6 months, I didn't have a home on my own. When you come home from a day of doing whatever you're doing, there's no place for you to just sit, maybe eat a meal on your own or read a book. I was at breaking point when Standing Tall, offered me a hand. Standing Tall helped me through a scheme they have where they take people that are in my position, homeless, jobless, and they reach out to companies that are hiring and they pair them together. I've been working with Tazaka now for about 7 months, just on the Spaghetti Junction. It definitely keeps you in shape. So once I'd found a job, Standing Tall reached out to people who was willing to put me under the roof. I was able to have my own room, shower, eat, have my own space. I'm putting away funds to put down a deposit on a place. Somewhere with a big kitchen or big enough kitchen. I love cooking. I love eating more than love cooking though. I think the most important thing is building a strong foundation for the future and finding my own place to live, because you've not got the resilience you have when you have your own home.
Okay, so yeah, massive thanks to Tyler there for sharing his story. It's not something that's easy. I know that from experience, talking about, you know, situations and your worst possible times. So yeah, thank you very much to Tyler, and also to Steve earlier on for sharing their stories. Very, very much appreciate it. Wishing Standing Tall the absolute best of luck. Thank you for your support for them this evening. They have managed to move. They've got 60 people off the streets this year, and their target for next year is 100, especially with expanding the project. So we wish them the absolute best of luck. And again, as I've already said to you guys, you know, away from the quiz, if there's anything more we can do to help and support you, we will do. Right, answers then coming up to the quiz in just a short moment's time. So get your last answers written down. There was one last little thing I do want to say. One of our very good patrons, good friend of the quiz, Tristan. I hope when you get to watch this, because I know you'll catch up. I hope Imi and the rest of the family and everybody is okay. The little girl's been in hospital since Monday, I think. She went in. So Tristan and Kelly have been doing swap shifts to make sure that they're both getting some rest as well. So all the best to all of you guys. Hope she's on the mend very, very soon. Right, okay, here we go. Let's give you the answers then to the final part of the quiz and this connections round, which has really got people annoyed. Here we go. Number one, what is the name of the logic based number placement puzzle usually set on a 9x9 grid? It is Sudoku. That was the answer to the question this morning. Number two, what S was the catchphrase of the meerkat from the Compare the Market adverts? Simples. Number three, carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases that are generated by our actions. That reminds me, I needed to get all the go back. Oh, that one. I already told you what it was then. Number four, complete the famous line by a character, Catherine Tate character. It is, "I'm a bothered." Yeah, I can't believe this winning. Number five, what G is the name of a mischievous creature resembling a dwarf in folklore and fiction? It is goblin. Number six, what word describes something that is poisonous or the name of a Britney Spears song from 2003? It is toxic. Number seven, what C is the word for the long-term weather pattern in a region? It is the climate. Number eight, what is the three-letter word for a Hoover company, or the shorthand for the process of protecting someone from a disease? So the longhand is vaccination, so the shorthand is vax. Number nine, a photo taken by yourself of yourself is called a what? It is selfie. And so what links them all together? They are all former Oxford Word of the Year. So yeah, just to go through. So Goblin Mode was for 2022. I'm not even going to look at the definition. I don't even want to know. Vax was 2021. Climate Emergency was 2019. Toxic was 2018. And then Selfie was 2013. Simples was 2009. Carbon Footprint 2007. Bothered was 2006. And Sudoku was 2005. And yet they wouldn't consider General Knowledge. Shocking. Hello to all the team, by the way, at Oxford, just in case you're watching. I'm only messy. General knowledge. Number one. The company Saga focuses on serving the needs of those over the age of what? It is 50. I'm getting closer every year. It's great. Number two. What is the currency of India? It is rupee. Number three. Who is the patron saint of lovers? It is Saint Valentine. Number four, how many tiles are there in a standard dominoes set? There are 28. Number five, The Observer is the oldest British newspaper for Sunday. So it's the oldest Sunday newspaper, or the oldest British Sunday newspaper. Number six, what colour is the middle stripe of the flag of Austria? It is white. So you've got red and then white in the middle. Number seven, the silver wedding anniversary is how many years? It is 25. Number eight, how many clock faces does the Elizabeth Tower at the Houses of Parliament have? It is 4. Big Ben doesn't have any faces. Big Ben is a bell. I know it's the nickname, but you know what I mean. Number 9, a minotaur has the head of a what? It is a bull. And finally, number 10, the claimed paranormal ability is called ESP. It is, what does the P stand for? It is perception. So it's extrasensory perception. So there you have it. That is all of your questions for this evening. How have you done? 50 points. Have you managed to get that magical 50 out of 50? I don't know. It is up to you guys. So let me know how you got on. The after quiz post, excuse me, because I'm not posting too much on X at the minute until it all settles down with whatever they're doing. So the after quiz post is up on our Facebook page and our Instagram page now. So if you head on there over there, and you can share your scores on there. If you need a tie-breaking question, tonight it is this: how many vocalists appeared on the original Band Aid song Do They Know It's Christmas in 1984? So just vocalists. I'm not talking about musicians or anything like that. How many vocalists appeared on the original Band Aid song Do They Know It's Christmas in 1984? It's Christmas time. I've just seen a 50 out of 50. Well done to the guys over in Belfast. Round of applause. Well done, guys. Well done to them. Right, so remember, nearest to this gets the point. And if you need to settle any arguments, or you need to settle the tiebreaker because you've ended up on a tie, remember, rock, paper, scissors separates all. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. 37. I did have the list and I couldn't get it back quick enough. But yeah, 37 vocalists. This is according to the Wikipedia page, and at the very top of where it said personnel, it said that was taken from the original CD sleeve. So there were 37 vocalists on the original Band Aid song. And there you have it. That is your quiz for this 7th of December. Thank you very much for playing along. Thank you very much to all of the Standing Tall team for allowing us to share the stories. Thank you to Tyler. Thank you to Steve. And like I say, all of the team there. Keep up the incredible work. Hopefully, I mean, I know you guys are as generous as always. I haven't looked, but I know you guys will have helped them massively. So thank you very much for supporting Standing Tall tonight. Thank you to the team for allowing us to share all their stories. And yeah, this QR code is there, and I'll put the details up as we go out of the quiz as well. I will be back then. Saturday night's quiz is pre-recorded. I am out celebrating one of my best friend's birthday on Saturday, so we still haven't even got a plan at the minute. But yes, we're going to help him celebrate his birthday on Saturday, so that will be pre-recorded. If you can't be with us on Saturday, I will be back here same time as always on Thursday night. That is it from me this evening. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you for supporting Standing Tall, and we'll see you soon. As always, for me, take care and stay safe.